What you're about to see happened 5 years ago. 3 hikers, experienced, prepared. They walked into these woods and never walked out. But what a drone pilot discovered last month, it's going to make you question everything you thought you knew about missing people. Their names were Sarah Chen, Marcus Rodriguez, and Elena Volkov. This is what really happened to them. October 13, 2019. Whitmore Creek, population 847. The kind of place where missing dogs make front-page news, where everyone knows everyone's business, where secrets don't stay buried. Sarah Chen, 29, wildlife photographer, 10 years of backcountry experience. Her gear bag contained everything needed for a 3-day solo expedition, except she wasn't going solo. Marcus Rodriguez, 34. Former Navy SEAL. The man could navigate by stars, make fire from wet wood, survive on nothing. If anyone could handle whatever the wilderness threw at him, it was Marcus. Elena Volkov, 27. Botanist, PhD student studying rare mountain flora. She knew these specific trails better than her own neighborhood streets, had hiked them dozens of times. 3 experts, 3 people who lived for the outdoors, 3 people who should have been home Sunday night for Elena's birthday dinner with her parents. At 8:47 p.m., Sarah's mother received a text. Everything fine, staying one more night, beautiful spot. But Sarah's mother knew immediately something was wrong. Sarah never used periods, ever. She ended every text with exclamation points or heart emojis. Small details that would haunt investigators for years. By Monday morning, when none of them showed up for work, Whitmore Creek's search and rescue team was already mobilizing. Sheriff Tom Bradley had 20 years of experience. Mountain rescues, lost hunters, hikers who'd taken wrong turns. He'd seen it all. But what happened over the next 2 weeks would challenge everything he thought he knew about missing persons cases. We had dogs, helicopters, thermal imaging, Bradley recalls, his voice still carrying the weight of those sleepless nights. Covered every square mile twice. Found absolutely nothing. The bloodhounds lost the scent completely at Ravens Point, 3 miles in. Not gradually, like when weather or time erases a trail, the scent just stopped. Like the 3 hikers had vanished into thin air. Thermal imaging showed nothing. Ground teams found no campsite, no food wrappers, no broken branches. Their rental car sat in the trailhead parking lot, keys in Sarah's jacket pocket. But on day 4, they found something that made everyone's blood run cold. Sarah's camera, sitting perfectly centered on a fallen log, like someone had placed it there deliberately. The camera was undamaged, battery still at 60%. But when investigators checked the memory card, they discovered something impossible. The last photo was time-stamped 11:43 p.m., MDA, nearly 3 hours after Sarah's final text. The image showed complete darkness. But audio analysis revealed something that made hardened investigators uncomfortable. 3 distinct voices, whispering in what linguistic experts later called no known human language. Days became weeks. The FBI joined. Cadaver dogs, ground-penetrating radar, digital forensics. Nothing. The hikers had simply ceased to exist. Local theories started getting strange. Whitmore Creek had always carried whispers. Hikers reporting compasses that spun wildly. Cell phones losing signal where they shouldn't. Time that seemed to skip forward. Dr. Amanda Foster, forensic anthropologist, made an observation that troubled everyone. In 40 years of missing person cases, I've never seen such a complete absence of evidence. It's not just unusual, it's statistically impossible for 3 people to vanish this thoroughly. The case went cold. Sarah's mother kept paying her phone bill, hoping for another text. Marcus's wife couldn't bring herself to clean out his closet. Elena's research notes remained exactly where she'd left them. Her final entry, reading, "The forest keeps calling me deeper. I can almost hear it singing." Years passed. The families tried to move forward. The forest kept its secrets. Until last month, when technology finally caught up with the mystery. Jake Morrison, 23, drone pilot and urban explorer. Specializes in abandoned places, forgotten locations. When Jake heard about Whitmore Creek, he decided to conduct his own search using equipment unavailable 5 years ago. His plan: systematically map every square foot using 4 Kelvin's cameras, thermal imaging, and LiDAR technology that could penetrate thick forest canopy. September 15, 2024, 2:17 p.m. Jake's drone detected an anomaly in the northwest quadrant, an area previously deemed too dense to search effectively. At first I thought it was rocks or maybe an old structure, Jake explains, his voice still shaking. But when I processed the LiDAR data, when I really looked at what it was showing me, 3 perfectly symmetrical clearings, each exactly 12 feet in diameter, arranged in a precise triangle spanning 247 feet, a mathematical impossibility in nature. But that wasn't the disturbing part. In the center of each clearing stood what Jake describes as structures that seemed to grow from the earth itself. 8 feet tall, twisted, organic, but somehow intentional. And they were pulsing, like heartbeats, every 23 seconds. Jake's footage, verified as authentic by 3 independent labs, shows something that challenges our understanding of reality. The structures emit a bioluminescent glow that follows no known biological pattern. But the thermal imaging revealed something that made experts question their instruments. 3 heat signatures, human-sized, human-shaped, moving in slow, deliberate circles around each structure. Temperature readings. Exactly 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. I've analyzed this footage frame by frame, says Dr. Rachel Torres, digital imaging specialist. By every scientific measure, these are 3 living human beings. But their movement patterns are too synchronized, too perfect. It's like watching a dance rehearsed for years. The most unsettling detail. Jake's GPS coordinates placed these clearings in an area that had been searched exhaustively. An area that showed nothing but undisturbed forest 5 years ago. The structures, the clearings, the heat signatures, MIT, none of it should exist. But there it was, captured in undeniable 4 Kelvin's resolution. And Jake's discovery was just the beginning. Sheriff Bradley couldn't ignore the evidence. Against every instinct telling him to leave the forest alone, he organized a return expedition. This time, they'd be prepared for anything. The team, Jake with advanced drones, Dr. Foster, 2 FBI agents, 3 deputies, and a scientist from NIST carrying equipment designed to detect electromagnetic anomalies. Day 1, everything normal, Bradley's official report reads. Reached coordinates at 1,400 hours, no visible clearings. Drone confirms dense canopy, exactly as expected. But at 11:43 p.m. ISS, the exact time of Sarah's final photograph, everything changed. Every electronic device malfunctioned simultaneously. GPS units showed impossible coordinates. Compasses spun freely. Radio communications dissolved into static containing those same whispered voices. Dr. Foster's journal found the next morning contained an entry she swears she never wrote. They're still here, still waiting, still becoming something else. When dawn broke, the expedition found themselves in a forest that had shifted. Trees seemed taller, older. Paths they'd followed the day before no longer existed, and in the distance, barely visible through morning mist, 3 figures stood watching. The expedition retreated immediately, but not before Jake's backup drone captured one final image that has left experts speechless. The photograph shows 3 people standing at the edge of a clearing that officially doesn't exist. The image quality is perfect. The faces are unmistakable. Sarah Chen, Marcus Rodriguez, Elena Volkov. But they appear exactly as they did 5 years ago. No aging, no signs of wilderness survival, pristine clothing, perfect posture, looking directly into the camera with expressions of what? Peace? Acceptance? Or something else entirely? Forensic analysis reveals details that shake investigators to their core. Sarah wears the same hiking outfit from 5 years ago, but it shows no wear, no fading. Marcus carries his backpack with the same small tear his wife remembers. Elena holds a field notebook that appears to be writing itself. But their eyes reflect light in a spectrum that doesn't occur in human vision. Facial recognition software identifies them with 99.97% certainty as the missing hikers. But the same system flags them as simultaneously alive and deceased. An impossible paradox that breaks the software's logic. The forest had kept its promise. It returned them, just not in any way anyone could have expected. Today, Whitmore Creek Forest remains officially closed. The FBI has classified all evidence. Jake Morrison's footage disappears from platforms as quickly as it's uploaded, though copies keep surfacing. But the phenomenon is spreading. Local residents report lights moving through the forest at exactly 11:43 p.m. every night. Cell towers register phantom calls, always the same 3 numbers, always lasting 23 seconds, always containing those impossible whispered voices. Most disturbing are reports from across the Pacific Northwest, clearings where there should be none, structures growing from forest floors, and always, voices calling from deeper in the woods. The phenomenon, whatever it is, appears to be expanding. Dr. Foster, now retired and refusing interviews, was overheard telling a colleague, "We assumed they got lost in our forest. What if they found their way to somewhere else entirely? And what if that somewhere else is coming here?" 5 years ago, 3 experienced hikers entered Whitmore Creek Forest and vanished without explanation. Today, they stand at the boundary between our world and something we can't begin to comprehend, watching, waiting, and slowly drawing others to join them. The question that haunts investigators isn't what happened to Sarah, Marcus, and Elena. It's what they're trying to tell us, and whether we're ready to listen. Because every night at 11:43, somewhere in forests across America, people report hearing voices calling their names from the darkness. Voices that sound exactly like missing loved ones. Voices that seem to know exactly what to say to make you follow them deeper into the trees. The forest is patient. The forest is growing. And the forest is calling. Understanding the unexplained. Lessons from Whitmore Creek. While this case defies conventional explanation, it offers crucial insights into the psychology of disappearances and the limits of our search methodologies. Search and rescue operations rely on probability matrices and behavioral psychology. When trained bloodhounds lose a scent completely, it typically indicates water crossings, vehicle transport, or severe weather disruption. Complete evidence absence suggests factors beyond current scientific understanding. Jake's drone discovery demonstrates how advancing technology continues revealing hidden truths. LiDAR penetrates forest canopy impossible for human searchers to navigate. However, the same technology that solved the mystery also deepened it, proving that answers sometimes generate more disturbing questions. The family's prolonged trauma illustrates ambiguous loss. Grief without closure. Unlike traditional mourning, ambiguous loss creates suspended emotional states that can persist for decades, affecting entire communities. Electromagnetic disturbances and compass malfunctions have documented causes: mineral deposits, underground water systems, solar activity, but their concentration in specific locations suggests complex interactions we're only beginning to understand. This case reminds us that despite technological advances, vast portions of our wilderness remain unmapped. The National Park Service estimates less than 3% of America's forest land has been thoroughly documented. In these unexplored spaces, mysteries persist.